Alrighty, we're back, and we're ready to continue. In the middle of the dramatic 2.2 story. Let's continue.
I am now.
So I believe at this point,
What is this place?
yeah. So we've seen this dialogue last time round. So here we go.
I'm not entirely sure, but let's give it a try.
Yeah, Sunday for president. Eternal Sundays, heck yeah.
Wait, you managed to choose the right door on your first try?
Weird. This place is quite different from the hotel. But I feel like I've been here before, and even lived here for a while. If I remember correctly, there should be a fireplace down that hallway. Clocky and I used to sit by the fire, listening to the crackling of firewood. And the room on the other side was the toy room. I loved spreading out all the toys from the box on the floor and making up stories for each of them. Hold on. This doesn't make sense. Didn't I grow up in Dreamflux Reef? So, what is this place?
This could be a case of amnesia. Don't worry, Misha. It's common for everyone to forget certain aspects of the past. Those memories haven't vanished. They're just lying in the depths of your mind. We can surely get them back. Since this place seems familiar to you, why don't we explore a few more rooms and see if you can recall anything more?
Yeah, then let's check out the rooms I just mentioned.
We're finally gonna find out what's up with Misha. I'm thinking he's probably related to Mikhail in some way. You know, like I've said the last few streams, Misha, like the name Misha is just a diminutive version of Mikhail in Russian. They're basically, it's kind of like off the top of my head, I'm trying to think of an example. Elizabeth and Betty, you know, those names are more or less equivalent to that.
Mikhail, that's the name. Now we all know him as the Watchmaker. So, who is he talking to? Do you know anything about it, Misha?
I'm sorry, I don't know much about the Watchmaker. But, Mikhail...
Anything special about that name?
Mikhail is Grandpa's name.
Ah.
Grandpa? Do you mean you're the Watchmaker's grandson?
Getting to the heart of the matter now, are we?
We haven't heard anything about the Watchmaker having descendants. And the name Mikhail is not rare. Perhaps it's merely a coincidence.
Also
Could you
fair.
tell us more about your grandpa, Mikhail?
Yeah, sure. He was a seafarer who fearlessly ventured into mysterious seas and storms. He was always on the sea and had lots of friends who accompanied him on his travels. He didn't want me to call him Grandpa because that would make him sound old. He believed he was still young. The name Mikhail was given to him by his parents, Mihaly and Elise, both renowned seafarers.
Just to interject, that is not how you pronounce that name in Russian. I just happen to know this, but like, okay, Mikhail, fine, close enough, but that's Mihai. You pronounce the name Mihai. The L is silent. It's not important, I just wanted to interject that. Anyway.
Every time he came back, he'd share his logbook with me and tell me about his adventures at sea. I want to become a great adventurer, just like him.
It appears that the seafarer has nothing to do with the watchmaker. So, perhaps it's just a coincidence?
It's a metaphor.
So where's your grandpa now?
Probably.
He went off on a new journey, and it's been quite a while since I last saw him. So, where has Clocky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville?
Need to keep yourself safe too, I promise you. Oh, there are the floating words again.
I heard some noises from the room. Origami Bird? That's a friend of mine.
You and Origami Bird are friends?
Yeah. It's a member of the Compass crew, just like Clocky and Miss Mirror. And there's more than just one Origami Bird. They are a big family with lots of brothers and sisters who look the same. They follow Miss Mirror's orders and handle all sorts of jobs on the ship. They're the best sailors.
Sailors? Can Origami Birds be sailors?
Could you tell us more about the compass, Misha?
The Compass is a ship bound for the New World. Clocky and his partners travel through layers of fog to the depths of the sea. Whenever there is danger, Clocky will use a compass and guide the ship in the right direction.
That's a great story. But in the Penacony cartoon, Clocky and his partners have always lived in Dreamville and never ventured out, right?
Huh? Oh, that does seem to be the case. Weird. I clearly remember Clocky arrived in the New World in the end.
Perhaps Clocky has a hidden past.
I think I hear the sound of water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead.
Protecting Dreamville just like they did with Clock. Where is this going, I wonder?
Look, there it is!
The water resembles a precious jewel embedded in the dreams of all seafarers. Every time I gaze at the shimmering lights beneath the waves, it feels as though I'm back in this place, standing by your side.
Have you recalled anything, Misha?
Yeah, I saw these sentences in Grandpa's logbook. He used to say that despite the perils of the sea, whenever he stood on the deck in the afternoon, overlooking the sparkling waves, he would think of this fountain in front of his house. He often said that those moments felt like returning to his family's side, and the difficulties at sea didn't seem quite as challenging.
You know, I quite understand such sentiments. Hey, don't tease! I was just being a bit sentimental.
That was a self-jab. I already have gray
Every
hair.
adventurer
Har.
far from home carries a fountain within their soul. Even though the other side of the sea remains shrouded in the unknown, the fountain in front of his house serves as a compass, leading him back to his cherished ones.
Yeah, while Grandpa was at home, we would stand by the fountain and place the compass, a toy boat that I made, into the pool. Back then, I would ask him when I could go on adventures like him, and he would always laugh and say I was still too young.
It seems this Mikhail is truly a seafarer and has nothing to do with the watchmaker.
Ah, but space is an
Based
ocean.
on Misha's recollections, the scenes in the dream
Misha, he was clearly born on an oceanic planet and led an ordinary life, with no connection to Penacony at all.
It's a metaphor,
Could
probably.
this be some sort of metaphor? Perhaps the sea refers to the memory zone.
See, March and I am on the same
I'm
wavelength.
sorry. I don't know, but my memories keep pouring out uncontrollably, like water flowing from a fountain. Perhaps I'll remember more things if we go further. I wish to share your burden.
We're going to the opposite side, right?
No, we should turn left here.
Huh? Something feels different about this place.
This is it. I remember this corridor. Up ahead is Grandpa's study. It was in that room that I saw him the last time.
The atmosphere in this room feels totally different.
Misha! You finally come!
Clocky, you're here! Yeah. This is the room where we first met each other.
Are those books on the bookshelf logbooks left behind by that seafarer?
Yeah. Whenever he came back, he placed a logbook on the bookshelf in his room. They contain records of his expeditions to every corner of the world. He described our world as a fountain. At some point, the sea started to gradually swallow up the land where people lived. To ensure that everyone had land to settle on, he had to continue exploring the sea and search for the source of the rising seawater.
Oh yeah, this is definitely a
On
metaphor.
that day, he called me to his study, telling me that he was embarking on another journey. However, I could sense the gravity in his expression. It was the same look I had seen on my father's face before his final voyage. I asked him if I could go with him, but he said that my adventure lay elsewhere and told me to stay home and patiently await a certain sound at the door.
What sound?
He told me about a vast ocean in the sky, an ocean of stars. He spoke of a train that transports children with a desire to venture far away, traversing the sea of stars without ever stopping. He said that he knew the crew on the train, and that he had asked them to take me along. He said the journey I had always dreamed of would start there.
A train? Could it be?
It's the Astral Express. I remember now. Grandpa's friends are a group of nameless who came to this world to resolve a disaster caused by a star. Then, he gave his pocket watch to me. It was his cherished treasure, appearing in every one of his adventure tales. He explained that difficult times were ahead, but assured me that the watch would guide me. He said, as long as I kept moving forward, I'd eventually reach my desired destination. And then, it was as if I heard the distant sound of a train whistle echoing throughout the room.
Exactly, Misha! And then we followed that whistle, didn't we?
Yeah. I think I can still find the way we took back then.
The Watchmaker's Legacy?
This is the dream jigsaw, right? So we're supposed to find the exit. But where can we find the last piece?
Do you remember? You said you obtained a mysterious shard when you stumbled into this place.
Hey, the shape seems to match. So this shard is also connected to Misha?
Looks like we're just one step from revealing the truth. Let's get to the other side and investigate.
This is it. This is my room of clocks. While I spent my time waiting for Grandpa to return from his voyage, Walter gave me this workshop, and it became my secret base. Here, I learned how to repair clockworking gears out of my fondness of precision mechanics. In my dreams, I was the captain of the compass, embarking on adventures with my companions, Clocky and Miss Mirror, in search of the new world. I was born and raised here.
So, this building in the dream bubble is your childhood home?
Yes, but not exactly. To be more precise, this dream bubble itself is my home.
Huh.
Looks like you've remembered everything now.
A child's dream, this location is called.
Why does it feel like everyone else knows something I don't?
Marge, do you remember when she mentioned the clocky that only she could see?
Yeah, the little guy here, right? But we all saw him in Dreamflux Reef, right? And Mr. Yang even greeted him.
Looks like everyone on the Astral Express has a childlike spirit.
The answer lies in the Astral Express. Her experience shows that neither Firefly nor Acheron can see this clocky. And when we were in Dreamflux Reef, you may have noticed that for some reason, nobody outside of the crew had ever talked with Clocky.
Oh, is it a nameless thing? Only the nameless can see him?
A mimetic life that can only be seen by a select few. It's just like a hidden message, left by someone for the nameless.
But Misha can see Clocky too, right? They even grew up together. But Misha hasn't started the way of the Trailblaze yet.
That's the key to the mystery, March. Now, take a moment to recall. Have you ever seen anyone outside of the crew interact with Misha?
Wait. No way!
That's the answer, March 7th. This dream bubble is the place where I was born. And I'm a dweller in this dream. Just like a memory zone meme. I should have stayed here and waited for you. But when reality and memories merged, I unconsciously pushed open that door and left the bubble with Clocky.
So it's not that the Watchmaker's dream bubble is empty, but rather the stuff inside ran away? And the whistle you heard was the sound of the express arriving at Penacony?
That's one way to see it, but I believe there's a longer story behind all this. It's best for Misha himself to explain all the details. How about we start with your name? Now, should we call you Misha, or...
Thank you all for helping me rediscover my true self. Now, please allow me to reintroduce myself.
Mikhail, right?
I was born on Lushaka, in the Presmere system. Adopted by seafarers Mikhail and Char. They gave me a treasure. A name that carried their hopes.
It's you. You're the watchmaker.
Mikhail Char Legwork. Or simply, Misha.
Ah,
If you prefer.
well, there you
call me
go.
by a more familiar name. The Watchmaker.
It literally was Misha / Mikhail.
You're the watchmaker himself?
Michar.
Unfortunately, that legendary figure is no more. I am only a reflection of his life. As for the child who has been with you, he's the innocent protagonist of Misha's childhood dream. Friend of Clocky, a young apprentice, and a future mechanic on the Express. And this also marks the beginning of his journey, devoted to the Trailblaze.
At the end of the journey, I left this little flame, which I so cherished, in my deepest dreams, hoping to pass it on to the nameless of future generations. However, he somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his task. I apologize for all the confusion this caused.
Because he was born with a desire to trailblaze, wasn't he? I don't think Misha has forgotten his role as a guide. He remembered it, and that's why he mistakenly appeared as a hotel doorman in her dream from the very beginning.
Ah, coming full circle now, are we?
Must have been Misha. If that's the case, we encountered the Watchmaker's legacy from the beginning, didn't we?
Well, I have a sarcastic friend who says I always take big detours and end up back where I started. Perhaps that's what every nameless has to go through. But in the end, you found me. I'm sure you're all wondering what my legacy is. I believe my hound has mentioned the Stellaron and my wealth. If I may apologize, the Stellaron part is real. As for my wealth, however, it's nothing more than a baseless rumor. I left my homeland as a child and embarked on the journey of Trailblaze. I traveled to various planets until finally reaching Nesdana, where my friends and I built the original penacony and fought for its future ever since. I've been moving forward all my life, doing what I could to overcome the obstacles in my path. But ultimately, my journey reached its end, and I left behind no possessions worth entrusting. So, if you ask what's left within this worn-out train engine that can be called a legacy, I suppose it's the things that are still burning in the engine's furnace. Now that you're well aware of the current situation of Penacony, I certainly hope that you'll help me get this world back on track. But I'll leave that decision to you, for the path of Trailblaze is never paved by others. All I have for you is a story and 2 gifts. I want to give you my pocket watch. It has accompanied me throughout my long journey, guiding that naive child forward, and has been blessed with the presence of so many great people up to this day. And my hat, too. The one who navigated for me placed it on my head and planted a fanciful thought in my mind. trailblazing expedition will never end. Now, it's time for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door and enter the long dream of an old man. I'll be waiting for you at the end of this corridor of time.
All right, everyone, let's make a decision. Although I don't think anyone will have any objections.
It's not so much that the dream bubble was nothing, but more the dream bubble contained Misha, which I guess is the last basically the last will and testament of the watchmaker. But he wandered off. Basically. I get the idea. I object.
Of course. We've come this far. Surely there's no other option than moving forward.
In that case, it's unanimous. Then let's proceed together to the end of this stream and tell Mikhail our decision.
Mikhail, where are you going?
Someone has to step up and save Lushaka. So why can't it be me, Misha?
Please don't go. And if you must, please take me with you. Don't leave me alone.
So
Even
this is the
without me,
context
you
of
know how
those
to proceed
disembodied
forward,
lines.
Brave Captain Misha. The compass is waiting for you. Haven't you always wanted to be a better adventurer than me? Now go, board that train and start your journey.
Where are you going, Mikhail?
I'm going to clean the floor in the parlor car. I've promised the conductor.
Wait, first tell me, did you fix this watch?
Yeah?
I know what it looked like before. Its chain was broken, the back case torn, and the marks on the dial all worn out. How did you manage to fix it?
I'm getting mad Treasure Planet vibes from this now.
It's hard to explain, but I knew it could be fixed. It's the hands, Mr. Amundsen. Its hands were intact and pointing in the right direction, so I knew there would be a way to fix the rest.
I see. You'll work with me from now on. Haven't you always wanted to tinker with this train? You're its mechanic now. As for the conductor, I'll do the talking.
But I only know how to fix watches.
Don't worry. You've got what it takes. I'll teach you what you need to know.
Where are you going, legwork? It's time to head to our next stop. I'm staying in Astana with Rosalina and Tiernan. I see. This place reminds you of home. The people of Astana have only achieved a tiny victory and still have a long way to go towards true freedom. Hanunu needs us. Don't worry, not all journeys lead to the stars. Even if I leave the Express, our path of Trailblaze will continue. Yeah, I knew you wouldn't stay on the Express forever. Leave in peace, my friend. And, take this with you. This is Mr. Amundsen's hat. But why? When he departed, he said he would leave it to his best student. Well, I suppose the time has come. Farewell, legwork. Take care of Tiernan and Rosalina. And don't forget to Right, to us.
Where are you going, Watchmaker?
Don't worry, Micah. Just going on a little trip. Someone has to be at the forefront of the interstellar frontier, and I'm the only former nameless in penacony. So why can't it be me?
Because you're all we have. Have you forgotten about Tiernan? The cosmos is way more dangerous now. What will happen to penacony if we lose you too?
But what will happen to penacony if we don't find a way out? Ah, Tiernan. How could I ever forget him? I've spent countless sleepless nights asking myself why I didn't go with him back then. We Nameless won't stop. Don't worry, Micah. It's just a matter of getting back to my old profession. Just wait for me to come back. But if, and it's a big if I don't come back in one piece, then you'll become the next Watchmaker.
Where are you going, old man?
Oh, you're here.
Answer my question. What are you up to?
Relax, Gallagher. I just came up with a great idea. Wanna hear it?
Oh, come on. Aren't all your ideas just ways to get yourself killed? I may be blunt here, but you're the last remaining hero in Penacony. If you die too, the secret of Stellaron will go to the grave with you.
Yes. I'm afraid there's no way out in Penacony, so I'll have to consider alternatives beyond Esdala. We'll organize a festival using the Watchmaker's legacy as a facade and send invitations to the entire cosmos to gather people here.
So, a desperate struggle against the family?
Desperate? Don't we have you here, my friend? This task is challenging, but what hasn't been challenging for us along the way? Well, whatever you do, remember, make sure to send an invitation to the Astral Express.
Damn, they really did explain everything.
Where are you going?
Yeah, this is pretty satisfying.
It's you, Clocky. Take me to Dreamflux Re.
How did they sell me on this one posthumous character in less than
I had a long dream about the day.
less than 20 minutes of screen time?
I want to write down that dream.
Write it down? Why?
I guess also because we're learning about, like, you know,
So I won't.
the Trailblazers that came before us, so there's a bit of
You remember
that,
how you got
you
your
know,
name?
the history of our own faction.
Of course. You told me that when you were a kid, you lived in a room full of clocks. Those wall clocks and pocket watches grew up with you and were your best friends.
Yes.
Mickey talking to Walt Disney, you're not wrong.
Didn't mention was there's a funny misunderstanding behind it. I was a kid, and there was always a special pocket watch in my memories. It was with my grandpa, guiding him on his sea voyages and leading the way in his every adventure story. I wanted to have a pocket watch like that too. And that's when you appeared in my dreams.
Yeah. Every night, we boarded the compass and set sail together.
But you know what? It wasn't until the day my grandpa gave it to me that I realized It wasn't a pocket watch at all. It was a compass. So, your name should have been Compassy. And the watchmaker is just a nameless.
It's like poetry.
We've arrived at Dreamflux Reef. So, where to next?
You know, Clocky, I don't think I'll be going anywhere else.
Rest under the moonlight. Whoa.
I've traveled far enough. And it's time for a little break.
Oh. So, we'll set out again. When you're rested?
No, I'll stay here. And then, this is where it ends.
This is... where it ends? What do you mean, Misha? You told me that the trailblazing expedition would never end.
Yeah, that's what I said. So now, it's up to you to decide your next destination.
My next destination? What's that supposed to be?
Is this Mickey clock?
I've been following you.
More or less.
You're acting weird today. If you're feeling down, we can just do what we usually do. With the clockwork.
No, I'm not feeling down. As for clockwork, yeah, it resolves
Yep,
all
I'm
problems
doing
in
pretty
this
well.
dream.
Thank you.
So, do you know what clockwork actually is?
I'm not quite sure.
Well, everyone gets lost at times. They may hesitate and doubt which way to go. That happens in this dreamscape and beyond. But don't worry. Everyone goes through moments of uncertainty and hesitation. Eventually, they gather the courage to make bold decisions. Whether it's calming, joyful, angry, or sad. All they need is a little nudge to take that step toward where they truly belong.
Damn, they're really getting emotional on
I'm
us,
leaving
huh?
that little nudge with you, and I hope you'll share it with others. Such is the essence of clockwork, the will of the trailblaze.
It was the trailblaze all along? Wow.
Clocky's hands spin around non-stop, indicating confusion, frustration, and weakness. But ultimately, people still need to move forward.
Just like your hands, always pointing ahead. This is where my journey ends. From now on, it is your path to walk.
Trailblazing means taking paths your predecessors forswore and venturing even further. The penacony in Mikhail's dreams does not belong to order.
Damn. Damn, Stell had a whole line to herself. And it was a badass line. Whoa.
I can't believe
I felt that.
would cast a glance at penacony at a time like this. Is it because of the resonance from the legacy of the Trailblaze? Or perhaps the bond between you is so strong that it even impresses an eon?
Well, there might be another possibility. Perhaps they want to witness, on behalf of the fallen eons, who will hold the future of Penacony.
If that's the case, on behalf of the Dream Master of Penacony and the 107,336 members of the Oak family, I'm extending a formal invitation to all of you. I'm cordially inviting you all to the Penacony Grand Theater to participate in the upcoming Charmony Festival. And, of course, you won't be in the audience, but on center stage. Since the future of the Stellaron, Penacony, and even the entire cosmos is at stake, let's draw a conclusion there, in all fairness. If you truly believe in Akavili's path, then show me their courage and determination.
This is a clash of two dead eons. Whoa. Akavili the Trailblazer and Anna the Order. Literally the clash of the two masterless paths. Yo! Harmony path. Okay. We've unlocked the Harmony path. Let's take a look at that. Icons and relics of the path, Trailblazer walks on different paths are independent of each other. New element? Looks like it. Imaginary. Start trial? Okay. How many Trailblazers unique and actually strong? Okay. Well, that probably means if I'm gonna bring Harmony Trailblazer into the next part, then I'm going to have to restructure my team, because my team is right now centered around Acheron, which is why I'm using Preservation Trailblazer, so I'll probably have to swap that out. But well, we can probably improvise the team afterwards. Also, dude, look at this splash art! This splash art is so good! It's so pretty! Jesus! Alright, let's start the trial, I guess. Let's take a look. What do we get now? Increase the break effect of all allies. Cause additional break damage and allies attack enemies that weakness broken. Oh, interesting. So when we break someone, then they just take like a shit ton of damage now?
We need a strategy. Please stay tuned.
Yo, wait! We used the hat! Use minor imaginary damage to single enemy. This minor damage to single enemy target 5 bounces in total. Grants enemy allies the backup dancer effect. Backup dancer has backup dancer, the break effect increase, and additionally use super break damage one time with the attack. Okay, interesting.
Time to test our rapport.
Alright, I'm gonna turn off fast forward because we want to see these animations. Dude! Holy shit, look at the swag! Dude, we're DMC5 Dante now.
Commencing support.
Hey yo.
I'll contain them.
Alright, see what the bounce attack looks like.
Let's improvise.
Enemy
Oh, he
target
dropped in the
detected.
chips like we're venturing now.
In the mood for another beating?
The Order of the Ten Lords.
Should we be breaking it now? Well,
Mara struck.
No one misses the Mara struck.
oh, hang on.
Did the rhythm get messed up?
Alright, here we go.
Mood is set just right.
Let's see what this out animation looks like.
Let the show begin.
Hey, yo, the swag levels are through the roof. Jesus Christ.
Let's improvise.
Ready for another? Enemy data secure. Net marker activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
All Trailblazer got was a new hat. And yet the drip levels are off the chart. Jesus.
Dreams do come true.
Good lord, what was that damage? Six digit on Super Break? Wow. Alright. Well... important to remember the enemy takes extra damage from broken. Alright. Did I go for Renmei? I did not go for Renmei. I do not have her. It's okay. Alright, I guess I will just slap on whatever for now. Oh, we can unlock a bunch of traces first.
Before our paths diverge, savor the shared journey.
She's definitely not gonna be geared up in time for... I'm guessing a boss fight's coming up, you know?
Before our paths diverge, savor the shared journey.
I'm guessing a boss fight is coming up and we'll probably want to use... We'll probably want to use her anyway, just for fun. You get a trial version before, so it's okay, you can fully build her fully right now. Oh, okay. Then that's all good. Memories of the boss fur? Okay. Omega swag. Okay, well in that case, until then, let's stick back. Let's put it back in preservation since that won't require that we shuffle our entire team. And then we'll see how it goes from there.
Does that mean he wants to fight us during the Charmony Festival?
I'm afraid so.
This is weird. Aren't Arc villains usually plotting some dirty conspiracy in the end? But he actually said something like, "In all fairness." Could it be that he's underestimating us?
Well, in my opinion, Sunday is deeply committed to his own philosophy and genuinely wants to prove that the Order is right. I sensed a strong conviction and a desire for dominance in him. Maybe he won't accept the outcome unless he wins fair and square. That's why he'll give it his all in the upcoming battle.
I flexed on him too hard in my peak swag. Guess I messed around and found out. If evil, why so nice? Oh my god.
You. Every time an important moment arrives, you hesitate.
Well, we are
Please
extremely
yourself
swag
the Lord
now.
Ravager of the Destruction, so a follower of the Order won't be a big deal.
Anyway, we can't leave the Stellaron unchecked. This is about trailblazing a bright future for Penacony and fulfilling Mikhail's and his predecessors' long-cherished wishes. Now that we've taken up the mantle, we can't afford to fail them.
However, the same applies to the Order. Their plan didn't materialize overnight, and they have the profound collective consciousness of the planet of festivities behind them. A desire to dream, to slumber and escape reality. All those hidden emotions have given birth to the sweet dream of the Order. They've harnessed the will of an entire planet to create an Eon. This confrontation is far more complicated than a simple power struggle.
Man, this is
To secure Penacony's future, fighting on the stage alone is not enough.
this is extremely Shin Megami
What do you
Tensei.
mean? Are you not coming with us?
I believe Firefly is trying to say that she's heading off to another battle.
Before I left, the Destiny Slave told me that this journey would bring unforgettable rewards.
Even though the script he gave me only had a few lines, I couldn't ignore them. Because one of the lines said, "I'll experience death 3 times in the land of the dreams."
3 times? This can't be serious, right?
The first time was a painful death when I was stabbed by the Blade of Dormancy, which led to all subsequent events. The script will always come true, but in a way that will only be revealed when that page is turned. So now I've understood the meaning of my second death. And I am prepared to face it. If all goes well, my efforts will provide crucial support for you. Only by achieving victory in this battle can we secure a future for Penacony. And only then, my third and final death won't come true in the most terrible form.
The most terrible form? Does that mean...
The true death, where everyone in Penacony loses themselves completely in the eternal sweet dream of the Order.
We must do everything we can to prevent that.
Have you made up your mind, Firefly?
Yes. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
Thank you again for your assistance for the Astral Express. May we meet again, in reality.
Yeah. Farewell, everyone. May your trailblazing expedition never end. I dreamed of a scorched earth.
Everyone, are you ready?
A new shoot sprouted from the earth. It bloomed in the morning sun and whispered to me.
Yo, she's doing the henshin.
My biggest death. May we meet again in reality.
Literally a Gundam.
After today, Japella's name will disappear from cosmic history, and the Everflame Mansion will take its place. In the not-too-distant future, you'll receive an invitation. That's your next stop.
Land of the dreams. Penacony.
I hope you find whatever you seek there. Be it answers or salvation.
You mean my 3 deaths?
Silverwolf told me about it. It's such a shame that it's not part of my script.
Well, I want to live. I'm never afraid of death. The opposite of death is eternal life, and that's something I'll never desire. People die, and I am no exception. Death is like a script, a fate that cannot be defied. But that's exactly why we have to choose where we want to rest forever.
Do you exist just to perish?
Are you not the same, Blade? The end you desire is not one dictated by others. If I were to die now, I would only be a weapon. I believe I should die as a human. Though its definition escapes me, isn't this the answer that ordinary people look for their whole lives?
A name that can be carved onto their tombstone. A tombstone that belongs to me once bore the inscription, Glamoth's Iron Cavalry. Then it changed to Stellaron Hunter. But one day, it will bear the name Firefly. And all the brilliance she showed at the end of her life.
Why is she talking like she's setting off a death flag? Wow. Should I be worried?
Quite unexpected, old man. Who would have thought your crazy plan would actually work? Do all you nameless fools just act on a whim? I can sense that this false sweet dream is coming to an end. The nameless may be young, but they had the ability to achieve this goal. Just like you did in your time. It's a shame you won't be able to see it firsthand. Maybe I won't either. Once something fictional is seen through, it ceases to exist. Yeah, not just those nameless. Even Mr. Wings is just like you. Stubborn, won't listen or give up, no matter what. Well, fate is unpredictable, I guess. If we weren't bound by those cursed paths, maybe we could have had some good talks. But in the end, we managed to do it. And now we can find solace. Remember how those idiots cursed us? They said, "Go to hell, you worthless traitors." Well,
I mean, we know she's dying from the entropy loss syndrome, but I mean, like, is she going to die in the near future?
Then I'll be joining you soon, you fool. Let's get together and have supper again in hell. Oh, I almost forgot. There's one more thing. Here's to you. A glass of hello and goodbye, Trailblazer. To the imperfect tomorrow.
Tonight we dine in hell.
It's warm here, isn't it? You're lucky to have found shelter from the rain. Let alone
Meanwhile,
fresh
with
berries
Acheron.
in this desolate place.
I was just following the scent of life. It's particularly strong in a place like this. It's a shame these berries don't have much flavor.
Seriously? In case you didn't know, this fruit is pretty juicy. The only downside is that when you chew it, it becomes extremely spicy. Have you lost your sense of taste?
I can still taste certain things, like a faint sweetness. Before coming here, I stopped by a place called Orkron. It had barren cliffs and nights lit by bonfires. Burgundy snow would fall from the sky, and when it landed on my tongue, it tasted like raspberries. The flavor wasn't exactly sweet, but it left a lasting impression. When I think back on my past, I realize that what's tying everything together isn't the big events, but rather these small yet unforgettable moments. Don't worry about it. Losing oneself is a reality that every self-annihilator must face. At least I haven't completely lost my senses and memories yet.
Well, congratulations on adding another footnote to your journey. By the way, are you always alone?
No, I had a companion in Orkron. She's a short, nameless girl who aspired to explore IX. She always said she'd walk a path deeper and farther than Akavilis.
Quite an ambition for such a small girl. So, what happened?
She became stagnant water.
Well, my condolences.
Condolences. I don't need them. The girl left with a smile. She never regretted her choice and most definitely wanted me to say goodbye with a smile. So, that's what I did.
That's proof that you're grieving for her.
Or perhaps I'm just afraid.
Afraid? I rarely sense that emotion from you. What do you fear?
I'm afraid I'll forget the 30 days I spent with her. Just like all the other days in my life. Most of them have already washed away with the rain, disappearing into an unseen realm. I fear that those vivid red memories will fade away too. There isn't much color left. And besides this faint, warm red, there's almost nothing.
Hard to imagine. A ranger accustomed to bloodshed, destruction, and chaos finding warmth in red color.
Because I have experienced this warmth many times. Long ago, I promised someone that I'd bring it to more people. And that for every remaining moment of my life, I'd strive for a better ending for all. As long as this red color still lingers, I have a chance to fulfill that promise. It represents a burning fire, a blooming flower, the berries in this cave, and life itself, fleeting yet still dazzling. In the end, it will lead me beyond the horizon of existence. And on the other side, I will cut off nihility.
The one blessed by the sleeping and shapeless is considering how to kill them. That's truly pure nihility. But you're right about one thing. After spending so much time near this stagnant water, only when I look at this vibrant red fire do I realize that I'm still alive.
When will this rain ever stop?
Perhaps when the sorrows of the departed have finally quieted down, the sky will clear up.
Have you heard of a planet named Biari Scamandros?
Oh right, we had this gang. We have to catch up with them too.
Kingdoms under the influence of the Harmony. A sought-after wonderland for the inhabitants of the Dardanu major and minor systems. Half an Amber era ago, the family held an unprecedented festival there. And after that, everyone on the planet became part of the family.
Do you think the same thing will happen on Penacony?
Yes. Or how else can we explain it? The family deliberately used the Watchmaker's invitation to keep all the Pathstriders here, but banished the Emanator of the Nihility.
Because of the nihility, I'm rarely affected by the power of other paths, but somehow I can unconsciously infiltrate them. Maybe that's the risk they're trying to avoid.
I would disagree. Biari Scamandros is not part of the credit system or connected to the Silver Rail. It's nothing more than a remote civilization sheltered by the Harmony. But Penacony is different. If the family messes with Penacony, that would be like declaring war on almost half of the factions in the cosmos. They have no reason to do that.
No, they don't. If they truly serve the Harmony, that is.
What do you mean?
The path in Penacony is impure. The Harmony here has impurities.
Do you remember the ancient swarm disaster? Tazeront, the propagation, brought endless havoc to the universe, and it eventually evolved into a fierce battle among all eons. 2 paths lost their eons in that war, the propagation and the order. Coincidentally, their downfall is related to a certain eon.
Shipe, the Harmony. Legend has it that they participated in the crusade against the Imperator Insectorum and devoured Anna the Order for unknown reasons.
Holy forgaroni. So you're saying that the 2 leaderless paths are working behind the scenes?
But I don't see any descendants of the propagation in Penacony. Could it be that the remnants of Beyond the Sky Choir are hiding within the family, trying to resurrect a fallen eon?
I can't say for sure, but they're definitely planning something for the Charmony Festival.
This is getting way too complicated. Is this why you want us to leave Astana right away? Are you giving up?
The Charmony Festival will start soon. There's one thing that I need to confirm no matter what. A warp jump is the best way to do so.
Time is running out. I have another plan.
Hold on. Are you thinking of using the Jade Abacus of Allying Oath?
Exactly. The assistance from the lawful Cloud Knights would be enough.
Think it over carefully. You can only use that once in your lifetime.
I have considered it thoroughly. My companions are... they're also once-in-a-lifetime treasures.
Wow, okay. So that's really getting a payoff, like 1 arc later? Right away, okay. All the factions are descending upon this area.
Are you the only one here, my child? The Nameless is quite the diplomat. Our secrets have spread like wildfire within the family. And IPC starships are gathering towards Astana. This is a crucial moment for us. So, where is the chosen one who harmonizes the varied sounds?
What do you mean, Master? I'm right here in front of you, aren't I?
You know, she was supposed to be the star of the Charmony Festival. In our plan.
But the plan has changed. As her brother, I know she doesn't want to sing for the Order. So I'll take her place.
You've always been wise beyond your years. I'm sure you understand the consequences of your choice.
If you consider this a betrayal, well, there can't be 2 suns in the sky. I'll step up and take down the other sun if necessary.
Do you believe in karma?
If karma exists, then everyone has their own karma. You have yours, and I have mine. And my karma has nothing to do with you, Mr. Gopherwood.
right. Since you're willing to sacrifice yourself for her, I'll grant your wish.
Well, the compromise came sooner than expected. Why?
You and your sister were born as twins of the Order. And one of you is destined to follow this path to the end.
Is this part of your plan?
Of course. You're still as clever as you were when you were a child. The opening is near. Go, my child. Seize the power of the harmony and reveal your karma.
I have one final question, Master. Why did you choose to bring the Order to Penacony? Wouldn't it have been better to choose a desperate world instead of a city filled with hope and dreams? Why?
It's for justice, my child. If we lose justice in our hearts, we'll make the same mistake as the Harmony did.
So, it's not you who manipulates the dreamscape with the Stellaron, but...
Well, that's where our conversation ends. Go ahead. The 107,336 souls of the Oak family have dreamed of this moment too many times.
I shall ascend to the heavens, becoming the scorching sun. Bathed in my light, my people shall flourish, while all evil shall be eradicated.
This is the interior.
Everything's getting built up.
Grand Theater.
It's quite exhilarating to be flushed into the air by Soulglad. But why is the venue still closed when the Charmony Festival is about to start?
And not only that, the entire theater is eerily quiet. No audience, no staff, no one around.
Looks like the Charmony Festival was a flop at the box office. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I wonder how many tickets... Hey, that's not what we should be concerned about.
Let's explore around. Be careful, everyone.
Alright. Everything's built up to this. Oh, why is there a random enemy just hanging out back here? Well, we'll beat him up. New battle theme.
Ready for another? Netmarket Festival. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Yeah, there actually is a little bit to this. Alright.
Gosh, the atmosphere here is so creepy and unsettling. Even if there's no audience yet, there should be some staff around. Why is it so silent?
What's with all the mannequins? Yeah, the fact that there's mannequins everywhere is definitely a little bit like... Okay, what is happening? What about this side? Nope. Nope. Can't go that way.
Yikes! They scared the life out of me! Why are there so many puppets at the ticket office?
Arch, behind you.
What? You're so annoying. Stop scaring me.
Are these puppets part of the stage setup? Even so, it's so eerie that the entire front hall is empty.
Something feels off. We're in the right place, right?
There's no other grand theater in the dreamscape.
So Sunday's messing with us? He said we'd have a final showdown on the stage, but why is there no one here?
My apologies for the delay, March 7th.
You scared me. Where are you now?
I'm waiting for you behind the curtain. Following the Asdana tradition, I invite you to enjoy a stage play in 3 acts before the festival begins. History is a mirror reflecting the universe's true essence. Let's use this opportunity to delve into the rich history of Penacony and the eons. Within it, naturally, the future takes shape. Let us commence with the dawning of the world. After the Dusk Wars, darkness veiled the sky, and chaos consumed the earth.
Okay, this presentation's pretty cool.
The Order emerged, destined to restore all existence.
Look, this is a cool way to introduce cosmic lore.
That marked the first day.
Which, you know, this has been something that I've been like complaining about. The Aeon the lore about the Aeons is kind of like in the background a lot, you know? It's there if you want to read it in the codex and stuff, but it's not really brought to the forefront that much. Here, it's brought to the forefront as part of the main story. Yeah, and this
gathered nebulae and forged them into pigs.
This music is very
thus
Final
creating
Fantasy.
A grand lyre with black and white keys. Strike the white keys, and the sun rose. Strike the black keys, and the moon rose. And so, the cycle of day and night rose. That marked the second day.
And then paraphrasing the Bible now. Sort of, right?
Stream 4.
Okay, if it's a puzzle, if it's like random puzzle stuff, we'll come back and do it later. Right now we're invested. We're invested into story stuff, so...
Stream 4. Gleam.
Confutatis? Oh, that's Latin. Requiem Aeternum. Wow, okay. We're getting fancy about stuff now. Wait, there's a lot of enemies around here.
Stream forth. Lead boldly.
Alright, let's just move on now. It just feels very Final Fantasy-ish. The music. You know, very Final Dungeon-y.
The puppets are gathering around the frame. Are they expecting us to enter it?
Wow, okay. Very cool presentation.
Where are we now?
They're getting title cards.
The atmosphere here looks similar to Sunday's inner world. Perhaps this so-called stage play is created with his abilities. This act is named Ode to Prisoner. Given the atmosphere here, I believe it's about Penacony's past.
Yeah, this is a dungeon.
I thought things were finally looking up as I managed to dodge prison during my recent trailblazing expeditions. But now it looks like I'll be back behind bars again.
I genuinely wish to avoid a violent clash with my esteemed guests from afar. Therefore, I've arranged 3 acts before the situation becomes irreparable. Where shall we start? Well, let's start with the top.
Whoops, I interrupted his dialogue because I pulled out a bird.
Shall we
Okay,
start
never mind.
our narrative? Well, let's start with the time when Penacony was still a frontier prison.
Three sections of dungeon. Looks like that's what we're setting up, yeah.
For oblivion.
Time for a buzz. Ready for another?
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Still waters of oblivion.
Time for a buzz. Netmark Festival. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
You occasionally discover some scattered dream bubbles on the map. Came up from bubble bridges. I see. Okay. The puzzles, they are getting more complicated.
2147 AE. A prisoner named Hanun ignited a struggle for liberty and emerged triumphant. IPC referred to it as the War of the Frontier, while the Asdanians dubbed it the War of Independence.
Can I say I'm really enjoying the presentation here? Really putting everything into context, you know? Also this music. Very demented.
the cages and
It's
expel
true
the
that
guards.
Hanunu was a legendary hero, but it must be acknowledged that while he bestowed freedom upon the prisoners, he didn't grant them true liberation.
Thank you for staying here, honorable travelers. However,
The three nameless stayed on the planet, endeavoring to spread the tenets of Trailblaze throughout the frontier prison. Alas, their efforts proved futile.
Destined for oblivion.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
thank you for staying here, honorable travelers.
The three nameless stayed on the planet,
banish the gods,
endeavoring to spread
though they
the
are no
tenets of
longer
Trailblaze throughout the frontier prison. Alas, their efforts proved futile.
I'm guessing we'll have to move that back. Yeah, we'll have to move that back.
Let's build another prison. Not
Once again, as Donna was engulfed in war, this time the enemies originating from within. The prisoners remained prisoners for the rest of their lives, fighting for freedom rather than living for it.
Yeah. Well, I've already said it, but I'm really enjoying the presentation, and that extends to the music. The music is doing a really good job here.
I hope you like this land of freedom on a scorched earth.
As you can see, their sentences have long ended, and the IPC guards have long been expelled. Yet, these prisoners remain enslaved, not by external forces, but by the confines of their own minds. Freedom permeates every corner, except fragile souls. It gives solace only to those who believe in its existence.
Prisoners, this is my order. Learn the essence of freedom and teach your fellow prisoners to fight for their lives.
New enemy.
For I desire not only your enjoyment, but also your...
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Destined for oblivion.
Ready for another? Netmark festival. Time for a good old counterattack.
Still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
No one can restrain you anymore. You are free.
Thus concludes the first act. Amidst a raging war, the frontier prison headed toward becoming Land of the Exiles.
This must be how Penacony was constructed.
Space
Maybe
Australia.
Outsiders the prisoners were finally liberated and established the land of the exiles. However, it appears that Sunday aims to convey the spiritual plight of the prisoners more than the physical aspects of imprisonment.
This show is a bit too literary for my taste. But the battle part is quite easy to understand. Anyway, we've arrived at the exit. Let's go!
You know what? That's fair. We haven't done much combat up to this point.
Where are they guiding us this time?
So it's nice that they're letting us do some combat while we get the literary stuff.
They transmuted streams of stars into inked nibs, creating symbols to be pronounced and counted. They molded stardust into flowing rivers, assigning the righteous upstream and the unjust downstream. Thus, all things were marked, and the world learned to discern between good and evil. That marked the third and fourth days.
Look, another frame!
Agnes Aeon, wow. All the Latin song names are coming out now.
Ode to Fool. This must be the second act.
The surroundings are different from before. The stage decorations look a bit tidier now.
Behold the ensuing tale, a struggle for power. Penacony witnessed the ascent of the 7 major lineages: tree, grass, flower, bird, beast, fruit, and insect. Peace never truly graced Land of the Exiles. The history in this era is rich and intricate, so please allow me to present it in allegorical form.
Let me just beat these guys up real quick.
Still waters uplift.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Destined for oblivion.
Time for a buzz. Netmark festival. Time for a good old counterattack. Ready for another?
On the still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Land of the Exiles was in disarray, besieged by both internal and external perils. Though the 7 major lineages appeared united on the surface, each harbored their own ambitions, leading to ceaseless conflict. The Black Plum family was the first to fall. They withered away in the White Desert Planet, orchestrated by the Alfalfa family.
Because Master shaped you from clay, but forged me from fire. I'm superior to you.
Birds. Yeah, haha. Anyway.
My child, you did not serve the old
The
master.
leader of the Alfalfa family sought to defect to the IPC, trading freedom for survival. However, his eldest son slew him in the name of righteousness and ascended as the new family head.
Alright, it's a circle. Right, it's a circle.
Behold the ensuing tale, a struggle for power. Penacony witnessed the ascent of the 7
it's a
major
circle.
lineages.
Puzzles. Quite literally. Jigsaw puzzles.
Only when Gopher Wood led the family to Land of the Exiles and earned recognition from all 5 major lineages did Penacony earn its new name, the Land of the Dreams.
Will of preservation.
Dear outsider, I beseech your aid in purging this mansion of the poison spread by the lurking instigators.
You want us to help you? What do you need?
I wish they could regain their reason and cast away the shackles of hypocrisy.
This is the second act. Looks like it's about Penacony's journey to becoming the Land of the Dreams, during which the family plays a crucial role.
But this new master seems like a bad guy to me, don't you think?
Perhaps this is the truth Sunday is trying to express, if you read between the lines. The Harmony changed Penacony just as the guards once did.
Looks like we've gotta help those guys kneeling down over there calm down a bit, right?
Will of Reservations!
Keep pressing that button by accident.
In the absence of my master, I am free. But without their guidance, for whom shall I sing?
The decaying human heart finds your worth only within the calmness, proclaimed the new master. Ah, this is what we're doing.
I shall sing for my new master, just as their noble voice once resonated throughout the cosmos.
Master! Oh, you will return in due course, and I shall stand vigilant, awaiting the reward for my loyalty. Master, now that you have gone, I shall wait no longer for my reward. I shall seize what is rightfully mine.
Once, I stood as the most loyal guard among all the servants. Now, with my master banished, it's my right to assume control of his dominion. My former master has long departed, but why do I still fear the remnants of his creation?
Master is no longer here. I thought I'd be free, but I'm not. Now, without my master's command, I'll have to seek guidance from the blind. Master is no longer here. I must seek a new master and serve them faithfully.
Either I shall be my own master, or I shall return to my former master. I shall not submit to a new master under any circumstances. Without a master, who can grant me true freedom?
Thank you, dear outsiders. My servants have regained their sanity. Heed me, one and all. Your former master shall not return. It is through righteousness and unwavering support for one another that we shall attain true perfection. Cast aside the veils of hypocrisy and embrace one another.
Get ready. Looks like another fight is about to begin.
Is this what they call immersive theater? Do you like it? RIP. Acheron is dead. He might be in trouble. Well, we might outlast it. It'll just take a while. But we can vibe to the music while it happens. Solo Fire MC, let's go! I did build her up. Stell actually has relics now. And traces.
Netmark Festival, time for a good old counter! Festival! Time for a good old counterattack! Ready for another? This is double speed. Netmark Festival! Time for a good old counterattack!
Okay, it's down to Stell. I believe in her, she can pull it off. Power of Trailblaze compels thee. This might take a while. How did you get beat up this badly? Acheron died. I didn't heal her. We have no healers. It's okay though. We believe in Trailblazer supremacy. It's okay, we take next to no damage when we're in defense mode. For what it's worth, Stell isn't dying, so... She's not dying, you know? She might actually win this battle of attrition. Yeah, you know what? This is taking a while, but part of me is curious to just see if it actually works out. Yeah, this team's sustain is Acheron killing everything first. Worst comes to worst, we just come back with full health Acheron and like melt them, so it's all good. This music is vibing though. Yeah, look at that. We're actually gaining health rather than losing it. Yeah, the brakes are the only reason it's moving. She's actually, yeah, she's out healing the damage she's receiving, so she's definitely gonna do it. You know what? Power of Trailblaze. We've already come this far, let's just let it run.
Not a scratch. Lance forward.
This enemy pouring the drinks on us.
Not a scratch. Lance forward.
Next break should do it. Oh, not quite.
Not a scratch. Not a scratch. Lance forward.
Okay, next one should do it. Okay, next one should do it. I'm not surprised this worked, but like, yeah.
Alas,
Power of
they remain
Trailblazer.
till the very end, with the illusion of freedom. Thus concludes the second act. Amidst an illusory harmony, Land of the Exiles charted its course toward becoming the planet of festivities.
This is how Penacony fell under the family's control. Since the arrival of the Harmony, the Land of the Exiles has undergone dramatic changes, not all of which have proven beneficial.
This guy really loves dramatic scenes. Bet he comes from a whole lineage of stage performers.
Alright, moving on.
They used the planetary rings to establish the law, forging a code of conduct among the masses. A grand lyre with black and white keys served as an instrument, while symbols of articulation and numerical notation took the form of musical notes. The downward flowing river became the canon of law dictating the form. Thus, all mortals found their unique place within this symphony. That marked the 5th and 6th days.
This guy is really into these puppets.
Bird. Right, Act 3.
Oh, I get it now. The last scene is all about singing the praises of the Order.
And the atmosphere here is completely different from the previous two scenes.
This is the concluding act of this play. I have showcased the past and present of Penacony, hoping that my desire for change resonates within you. Now, I shall reveal its future to you.
I see the bird over there, I can't reach it. Guess I'll leave it for now. Peasantry side order. Not wrong.
If the people lack foresight, we will make choices on their behalf and bear the responsibility.
Without a king, who will protect the weak and stand against the
We
mighty?
shall support one another, protecting the weak and standing against the mighty.
Not sure if I need to solve that puzzle first. Yeah, I think I need it to open that.
Before the arrival, everything followed its natural course, and so it shall continue even after the king's departure.
After the king's departure,
We no longer have need for a king, for we have become kings of all things.
Hey, aren't we supposed to kick off a short story and have a fight here just like we did in the previous acts? Why aren't any of these puppets saying anything?
Perhaps we'll need to complete the story ourselves, just like we did before.
So, do you think their mind needs tinkering or something?
Oh, that's creepy. Okay. Okay, you got me.
former king.
We no longer have need for a king, for we have become kings of all things.
There are no strings on me.
How did it go? You can't change them?
apologies for my negligence. I forgot to inform you that the final part was scripted long ago.
Alright, Mr. Artistic.
This king recounted to you. Now it is time for the final rite.
Prepare for battle. Looks like we'll have to fight again.
Still waters uplifting.
Ready for another?
Destined for oblivion.
Netmark festival. Time for a good old counter attack.
Still waters uplifting.
Ready for another?
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Destined for oblivion.
Netmark festival. Time for a good old counter attack. Time for a bug. This is double speed.
And that's what it looks like when my main DPS isn't dead.
Expanse of a nocturnal reverie, I leave faint traces behind. No need to remember me, or to recall the essence of dreams. What is mine shall wane, while you shall transcend its delicate nature.
This is the final scene. It's much more straightforward. He wants to expel the Harmony and establish an empire based on the Order. Let's go. Once this stage play concludes, it'll be time for the main event, the Charmony Festival.
Very dramatic. One system hour.
The world with meaning, perfecting all things in the heavens and on earth. Then, they rested from the labors of creation. Yet, all beings cried out to Enna. Under the banner of the Order, you have defined all things in the cosmos. But this made us realize that we are but puppets in your hands.
Megami Tensei.
Thus, on that day, all beings united and cast the Eon into the abyss of oblivion.
This grand theater looks totally different. Is this the power of the Order?
Everyone, get ready. This could be a tough battle.
Yeah. By the way, I also checked it. So you know Hoyo is Chinese, right? So you want to know what his original Chinese name is? It is exactly what you think it is, Xing Qi Tian, which is not at all a name. It is a weird, like it is extremely weird to have that as a name. But there you go. He is literally Xing Qi Tian. Which is Sunday, yes. I'm getting mad Ultimecia vibes, by the way.
Marked the 7th day. Cheers and chants reverberated in the hills.
I hate Mondays. Alright. Very cool presentation. Very cool presentation. Everything's been building up to this. Let's go.
That concludes everything related to the Order. What are your reflections on this, my dear guests? Nevertheless, this is but a trivial blip in the annals of galactic history. What truly matters is the course this river shall take in the days to come. You've arrived at the perfect moment. The Charmony Festival is about to commence, and it would be a shame if you were absent for the Harmony's prologue. Allow me to extend my warmest welcome once more. Welcome to Penacony Theater, the very core of the Sweet Dream, the abode of the Stellaron, the grand stage of the Charmony Festival, and the very place where the future of Penacony shall be determined through conflict.
Where's the Stellaron? Why am I not seeing it?
It hides behind the curtain. Or rather, it is the theater itself. However, if you want to see it, you must display faith equal to its immense power. True goodness can only be achieved through faith.
Allow me to point out that falling into a permanent slumber is not happiness, especially when those people are driven by someone else's will in their sleep.
Do you still believe that the Order only seeks to control the universe as their puppet, Himiko?
No matter how perfect your vision of paradise may be, a cage remains a cage.
People will never achieve true happiness in a world like that. They would just be toys for the Eon.
It seems you have misunderstood my intentions. Allow me to clarify. My desire is not to resurrect a fallen Eon, or become one myself. My sole objective is to create a paradise free from Eons, where the Order ensures the dignity and happiness of all humanity. A paradise exclusive to us human beings.
That's not the case. If people are to live with dignity, there must be nothing and no one above them. In your so-called paradise, you would be the one reigning supreme.
Looks like we won't be able to convince each other. Now that our conflict has been destined, let's unveil our paths and reveal to the universe the true path. However, before the prelude to the future begins, please take a moment to ponder the questions I've posed. Is darkness equal to daylight? Are sinners equal to the righteous? If you are born weak, which god should you turn to for solace?
Alright. Here we go. Music.
All things in the cosmos.
I'm on guard.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Still waters uplift.
Enemy data secure net marker festival. Time for a good old counterattack.
Lance at the ready.
Give us the break.
We have the upper hand.
Destined for oblivion.
You took the bait. Time for a bug.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
much longer am I willing to stream? It's Friday, so I can go for a bit longer, I guess. Why? Is me going longer than you think?
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Still water uplifted.
It's a Friday night, I can go a little later than usual.
Enemy data secure network activable. Time for a good old counterattack. This combat needs
As long as it's not like, you know, another 3 hours.
I'm on guard. Lance at the ready.
Ready for another?
Another journey begins. Still water uplifted. I weep for the departed. It shall fall.
Enemy data secure network activable. Time for a good old counterattack. Can I have fun with that?
Okay. Payla, you're in a little bit of trouble here, Payla. You're gonna be okay, Payla?
Free will, or was it destined for oblivion?
No, that was Silverwolf. Silverwolf is in trouble here.
Time for a fun.
Oh dear. Alright, hang on. Let's try it again. We got unlucky, we got unlucky with the sleep, I guess.
I weep for the departed. It shall fall. Another journey begins, destined for oblivion.
Can I have fun this time? Enemy data sig network activable. Time for a good old counterattack.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
We have the upper hand. Ready for another?
Still water uplifted.
I'm on guard.
Destined for oblivion.
Enemy targets detected. Enemy data sig network activable. Time for a good old counterattack. Ready for another?
Still water uplifted.
More enemies.
Lance at the ready.
Yeah, the music is very good here.
Free will, or was it fate?
Let's hang on to our ults for now. Yeah, alright.
Lance ablaze!
So first that, to get our shields up.
I weep for the
Then we'll
departed.
spend this.
It too shall fall.
Enemy data sig
Start working on the
network
stacks
activable.
again.
Time for a good old counterattack. This combat needs optimizing. This is double speed.
Okay. Now we can fire off the taunt.
Another journey begins. Still waters of living.
Works a little better for us.
Can I have fun this time? Time for fun.
Alright, delayed.
I weep for the departed.
Yep, I got Harmony Trailblazer. But since we don't have a built up just yet, we're running preservation. Alright, there we go.
We have the upper hand. Ready for
Opening.
Netmark festival. Time for a good old counter.
I'm on guard.
Destined for oblivion. Still waters of oblivion.
Alright, there we go.
I already know your decision.
I now permit you to gaze into the sun.
On these 107,336 stones, the almighty and powerful springs of harmony are at my disposal. Supreme tuner, harmonious choir, Dominicus.
Okay, big boy. There's a big boy. Every time you break a layer of enemy toughness, you gain a certain collective shield. The shield can take damage on behalf of all allies. Shield effect. Okay, got it.
Time for fun. Ready for another? This combat needs. This is double speed. Enemy data secure. Netmark festival. Time for a good old counter.
Lance at the ready. Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Not a scrap.
Answer this. Why could
Feeling like there's another world in front of my eyes.
It's the power of tuning. Don't let the song distract you.
Okay. Well, he doesn't have any other additional forms. So there's definitely gonna be more to this.
Commencing support.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
This is definitely only phase
time
1.
has come. Creation will be reborn from the remains of the gods.
Hey!
Danhong?
Here comes the cavalry.
Radiant spirits, heed my word. Show no mercy.
The cavalry has arrived. Oh wait, are we gonna go and like see what they did?
Hey, wake up! The sun's frying your butt.
Wait, what? Well, what's going on? Huh?
Are you alright? Can you hear me? Do you remember your name?
Didn't I shoot the sun out of the sky?
Kind of. It was General Jing Yuan who helped us shoot it down. In any case, since you remember what happened just now, well, that's put my mind at ease. It's a long story. Simply put, Don Hum used the Jade Abacus of Allying Oath when we were in the middle of a fierce battle, and summoned the General to help us just in time. And then we returned to reality. Look, this is your room. Everyone else has also returned from the dreamscape. Himeko and the rest are at the lobby discussing matters with the General. And now that you're awake, you should tell the crew that you're alright. Come with me.
This is way too anticlimactic. This is extremely sus.
Not going to come chat with me, sleepyhead.
This is extremely sus.
Is that Black Swan?
What if I just go back in? What if I just go back in? What are you gonna do about it? Nothing, apparently. No, I have to go back out. Alright, alright. Yeah. It's way too anticlimactic. Alright, Black Swan, what's up?
Where to now?
Hey, where are you going?
Hey, we meet again, sleepyhead.
Am I gonna pull next? Probably Firefly.
What's Miss Black Swan doing here?
Nothing, Miss March. I noticed she was awake and wanted to check to see how she was doing. Though the strike from the General was timely, its destruction was also immense. When emanators collide, ordinary people inevitably suffer. But, luckily for them, the dreamscape is my home turf. Thankfully, I managed to get everyone out before the harmonious choir collapsed.
Oh, so that's what happened! Thank you, Miss Black Swan!
Don't mention it. After all, I wouldn't want to see such precious memories vanish. You're heading to see your friends, aren't you? Would it bother you if I walked with you for a short while?
Of course not. But you're not planning on doing something like last time, are you?
Why would you think that? I've never harbored any ill intentions. Well, not when you are around, anyway.
Himeko and Mr. Yang are probably still busy. Let's go look for Don Hung first.
Where is this going?
Look, he's still talking to that cowboy.
You're awake. How do you feel?
Well, fork me. You must be that Stellaron they were talking about.
Fork? Oh my god! Oh my god! What? Why? I prefer spooning.
Allow me to introduce him to you. This is Boot Hill, a Galaxy Ranger. During our pursuit of a certain person, we crossed paths and just so happened to uncover a shocking plot being concocted by Mr. Sunday. Which is why we sought you out, to help the Astral Express save the world together.
No need for thanks. The Galaxy Ranger's principle is correct every injustice one sees. That's how you lot in the Xianzhou put it, right, Don Hung?
More or less.
Wait, hold on a sec. This is the first time I'm hearing about this certain person. Who are you chasing? And why would that lead you to the Express?
Good question. It's, Don Hung, do you remember?
I don't know, man. You're looking kinda sus.
No, that ain't it. I just can't seem to recall. Weird. My neurochip hasn't registered any malfunctions.
I can't seem to remember either.
What's going on?
Nihility bullshit, I guess.
Heck, forget about it. If it slipped all our minds, reckon that person was just a minor scoundrel. Unimportant. Ain't gonna stop us from piecing together the story anyhow.
Yes, when the dust settles, I'll just think of a way to recall it in the memory zone. Everyone, let's hurry up and look for Miss Himiko, shall we? She's now a minor star on Penacony, and the entire hotel's concerned about her well-being.
You're right. Let's head to the lobby then.
Where is this going? They're really having fun of the whole dream thing, right? Because we're in a dream within a dream.
In these times of conflict for the sake of utmost safety, it is only right that the Alliance steps forward to mediate on behalf of the Astral Express. We must not allow you to take unnecessary risks. Furthermore, despite the IPC's eagerness for success, it prioritizes peace above all. And the family, trapped though it may be, professes a desire for harmony. The Alliance has always won people over with reason. I firmly believe both parties can indeed put aside their differences and come to a peaceful agreement.
The General possesses a deep understanding of the greater good. With the Cienjo Alliance mediating, peace for Penacony is within reach.
You flatter me. But ultimately, it's been all down to the Express. Without your efforts, this sweet dream paradise would have been claimed by the last remnants of order before there was even a shot at peace. Well, would you look at that? Here comes the big hero.
Something's not right here.
If it isn't the galactic baseballer. True hero who dares to take action.
Are you okay? I heard you couldn't wake up. Are you feeling unwell?
Don't worry, Mr. Yang. There's nothing wrong with her. She practically burned through a lifetime's worth of jokes on the way here. What about you, Mr. Yang? I heard that even Miss Robin wasn't spared. And that guy locked you both up.
It's a long story. But at least Mr. Sunday took it easy on us. He used an ability called tuning to connect our consciousnesses with his. In other words, he imprisoned us within his consciousness. Thanks to General Jing Yuan's destruction of the Harmonious Choir, we were able to escape.
He used that tuning on us too. Does that mean that we were almost imprisoned as well?
I can confidently say now, he was truly after a fair fight with us. Had he wanted, he could have easily taken us down, without so much as lifting a finger.
Speaking of the Oak family head, where is he now?
It's complicated, but in a nutshell, he's now the former Oak family head. The IPC has named him the key figure in the family's Penacony split, citing a threat to cosmic peace. He must represent the family and answer for the unrest caused. His trial is set to take place at Pier Point. The family quickly labeled him and the remnants of the Order as enemies, declaring the turmoil an internal rebellion. This move effectively barred the IPC from intervening in family affairs on both moral and rational grounds.
Everyone really has their own agenda, after all.
Then, what's going to happen to Miss Robin? She and Sunday won't be able to deny their involvement in the Charmony Festival. They're siblings, after all. Why the sigh, General?
I can only say that this incident is an unexpected mess for the girl. The Alliance will try to persuade the family to consider this matter carefully during mediation.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we're still in the Matrix.
And I have agreed agreed to consult one another before the upcoming negotiation. Do any of you wish to sit in?
Given the General's invitation and the matter's significance to the universe, the crew will naturally accept. However, if the IPC has any reservations...
Why, of course you're welcome. They've mentioned that your team is a trusted ally of the IPC in penacony, so there's no reason not to welcome you. Besides, if there can be reliable observers from the Astral Express present, discussions will go more smoothly. So, what do you all think?
Well then, we shall oblige.
I'm kind of allergic to those types of situations. I think I'll just head back to my room and start packing.
Not to worry. Himiko and I will take care of things.
I'm afraid I'll also have to return to the Express first. The conductor is worried about us. It's best I go and explain the situation.
Thank you. What about you? Will you join Welt and me? Or have you got other plans?
Don't know why, but something tells me I only have one real option here.
Good guess. Although I'm not too sure of the reason, the representatives from the IPC have insisted on her presence.
Oh, the Cloud Knight ship's getting to the dreamscape. Good question.
Will commence at the hotel lobby. Everyone, please follow me.
Mr. Aventurine and Miss Topaz are here too. Oh, and who is that over there?
The Intelligentsia Guild's Dr. Ratio. This assembly is quite something.
It's been a while, my Astral Express friends.
And Dr. Ratio's name would ever not be funny.
Thanks to you,
True.
General of the Lawfu.
L plus Ratio.
The presence of everyone here assures that the talks will likely reach a conclusion.
And Aventurine is here with no explanation.
Oh, looks like everyone has come with expectations. Care to share?
Of course. Topaz, if you please.
Sure, leave it to me. In summary, it's good news. After much deliberation from the Strategic Investment Department's Council, the absolute majority of members have agreed to the following resolutions. In light of long-term considerations for interastral peace, and by authority of Pierpoint HQ, the Strategic Investment Department, on behalf of the Interastral Peace Corporation, will
There's a very simple explanation. None of this is real.
and offer unconditional support of the family's rebuilding efforts on Penacony.
See, now that's not believable. You wanna know how this is not real? There's no way the IPC would say that. 100%, there is absolutely 0% chance that they would say that.
Now that's something.
Huh. What's in it for
To
you
be
guys?
honest, it does nothing to benefit the IPC. But it is extremely beneficial to the long-term development.
That is extremely out of character for the capitalist faction.
Has the IPC finished sharing all its thoughts? Then it's our turn.
This is a really long
The
setup.
Guild, much like the Genius Society, has taken a keen interest in the recent calamity in Penacony. Ultimately, both parties have agreed.
Yeah, this is a really long segment of illusion
for the
here.
reconstruction of Penacony.
They're really trying to convince the player that it's over, huh?
For the finer points, Mr. Screwlam, enlighten us, please.
Yeah, they're like trying to make it go for so long that you really start like doubting it. But there's no way they end on such an anticlimactic note, you know?
Inorganic life has no mechanism to evoke dreams. But when my mechanical impulses are activated, my inspiration circuits will start to operate, and I will enter a state defined as imagination. Every time, within the realm of imagination, there emerges a fire from the shadows. It is warm, bright. I frequently ponder this flame might represent the essence of intelligence. A cluster of inspiration ignited by high temperatures. The future direction of the universe may well lie within it. Alas, they are nothing but projections of my thought system to me. Desired, but unattainable. But after learning of Penacony's accomplishments, I have come to realize that the flame is not beyond my grasp. After deliberations with my partners, we have decided to defer the progress of the Simulated Universe project.
Now that's ridiculous.
Assist the Intelligentsia Guild as technological consultants in the research of the Dreamscape and Memory Zone.
There is no way that Herta is shutting down Simulated Universe.
Not only that, we've also established contact with the Garden of Recollection through the IPC, and they've pledged their support for our research endeavors. I'm truly happy for the Dream Chasers on Penacony. The cosmos' brightest and, let's admit, dimmer intellects are now at their service.
It's a big W for everyone.
Agreed. It's hard to imagine members of the Genius Society taking an interest in such mundane research. Never mind. At the end of the day, this is a positive outcome.
No wonder everyone insisted that she be there.
It heartens me to learn that everyone is willing to put aside their differences for Penacony's plight. I trust that everyone will surely reach consensus in the upcoming
Oh yes, this is very harmonious
Looks like Penacony's future is decided.
and orderly.
Is there anything else the crew is concerned about?
Peace is our greatest wish. Beyond that, we desire nothing else.
Well, that's good. Now that everyone's minds are at ease, I shall take my leave. You may now depart with peace of mind. The Alliance will deal with all subsequent procedures.
If that's the case, it appears that we have nothing else to worry about on Penacony. Looks like it's time for us to embark on a new voyage.
Oh yes, that's definitely the end.
Sounds good to me.
You two head back to the Express first. I'll pick up March and deal with the checkout procedure. Oh, also, Miss Black Swan, you have a matter to discuss with me, yes?
Nothing escapes your attention, Miss Navigator.
Oh, that's the end of it, chat.
with
That's
us
the
this
end
whole
of
time,
that's the end of the Penacony arc. It sure was an anticlimactic way for the game to end, you know, just a single phase boss battle.
Let's go.
But I guess Hoyo just fell off.
Come to a fruitful end.
I guess Hoyo just fell off.
Journey ends here.
They've really gone downhill. Okay, well, back to Pom Pom.
The navigation meeting is about to start. We're all waiting for you. Ahem. Looks like everyone's present. Let the navigation meeting commence then.
This a meeting to decide our next stop? How we doing this? A show of hands.
Hold your horses, cowboy. It's for those to decide.
What in tarnation are you guys
Allow
doing
me
here?
to explain. Mr. Boothill and Miss Black Swan submitted a request to temporarily travel with the Express for their own personal reasons. As you all may know, the Astral Express never declines any passenger whose heart yearns for the distant stars. Therefore, they will be traveling with us for a while until they reach their destinations.
Whoa, the Express is going to be much livelier now.
The Express is a taxi service now? No, that's not believable.
You better not use your memo keeper abilities to pull any pranks.
Understood, Miss March. I promise you, you'll never see me in your room while you're taking a break.
Don't! You're freaking me out. All right. Now that everyone's met everyone, we can continue our navigation meeting. Firstly, Pom Pom wishes to thank everyone.
If it weren't for you all unearthing the truth about penacony, Pom-Pom would have never known where Mikhail and the rest had gone.
Poor Budhio.
Go through was regrettable,
Nah.
but I reckon they all fulfilled their wishes. And it was thanks to all of you. Thank you, everyone. Now then, we come to the crux of this navigation meeting. We must decide on the Express's next stop. Let me introduce our current options. The first choice is from Himiko, the oceanic planet of Lushaka, a planet composed entirely of water. Many aquatic races reside there. Of course, it's also the home planet of the venerable, nameless Mikhail. The second choice is
Aqua, do you want to go there? It sounds like a place you'd want to go to.
It's famed as one of the initial sites of the Stellaron disaster, and the place where the beauty Idrilla ascended. Today, it's celebrated as a planet of undying allure. The third choice is Edostar, a planet nestled within a vast ion storm region, currently under assault by the Antimatter Legion. However, the distress signals from there have recently ceased, prompting the IPC's wish for us to check in on the situation. The last choice, courtesy of Black Swan, is the glass belt Petravia, a massive belt of asteroids that was turned to glass by the Lord Ravager Zephyro. These days, it's apparently known to house one of the branches of the Morning Actors Troupe.
Ooh, so many options. I'm seeing stars already.
Next up, everyone will select the destination that they wish to visit. And then we'll put it to a vote.
See, Hoyo is not developing 4 areas.
If that's the case, how about we go to Edostar first? If that planet really is in danger, then we should go help them out.
We don't have a choice
March is right.
where we're going next.
Though the fact
Usually.
that the distress signals have ceased means we're probably too late. But I still think we should investigate the situation there.
You and Dan Heng make good points. I'll throw in a vote for Edostar too.
If that's the general sentiment, then we should indeed investigate. I vote for Edostar too.
4 votes for Edostar. 1 vote abstained. Looks like we have a winner. Next stop, Edostar. Then this navigation meeting is adjourned. I'll go check the warp jump coordinates. Everyone can catch up on some rest in the meantime. When it's time to make the jump, Pom-Pom will make an announcement.
There's still some time before the jump. What should I do?
They're really trying to make us believable here.
How about a chat? Over here.
Wait.
Please let this trip be uneventful. Please let this trip be uneventful. Please let this trip be uneventful. Mumbling? I'm praying. The last couple of trailblazing expeditions have been downright terrifying. It's about time we had some fun, cozy, and cute adventures for a change. Come on, start praying with me. Please let this trip be uneventful. Please let this trip be uneventful.
With the frizz? No way! Please let this be an ordinary field trip. Okay.
For some reason, I'm suddenly stricken by the feeling that we haven't crossed paths in quite some time.
You're always in my heart.
I should have known better than to expect anything serious from you. Got it.
Alright, next one.
Oh, you're here. Seeing your reflection among the stars in the porthole really does seem somewhat surreal. How about it? This journey of beautiful dreams. Was it to your liking?
When the next survey comes, I'll be checking the 2 easy box again.
Such elusive emotions. I've never encountered memories
The
quite
4-4
like
break,
this
yeah.
before.
That is actually a question in the
Stirring
survey,
my
in the feedback
curiosity.
survey.
So, how about you hand that small parting gift back to me? I'm quite eager to have it back.
How about... No? Oh, okay. Oh, we have to? Okay.
Oh, how about it?
What a group. It's so big. Keep it coming. There's nothing short of a Deus Ex Machina.
Ah, such an so.
Alright.
Oh?
I wasn't the one who broke it. What happened?
Never mind. I just stumbled upon a particularly fascinating spot in your memory. Before I explain, I would like to apologize to you. This farewell gift I gave you isn't really a compass from the memory zone, but merely an empty light cone. Remember when we entered the hotel in the dreamscape for the first time, and I procured a few trinkets from your companions? Their functions are similar. This way, I can always be attuned to your location, ready to assist immediately if you encounter any threats. But this is not its most intrinsic function. Light cones are slices of light used to encapsulate solidified phenomena. This empty light cone is the same. It can etch your memories in their most vivid form, and then allow me to admire and manipulate them, turning them into unique mementos. All the world is born from the power of mind and soul, and that power is memory. To prevent ourselves from being forgotten by the world, we must make the world remember us, or use our memories to recreate it. Life, seemingly vast, offers but a scant collection of impactful memories. Some joyful, some sorrowful, some light, some heavy. But you are different. Memory is a reflection of the future. Within that reflection, I see your unparalleled worth. You have the power to craft memories that can captivate the world. Your memory can illuminate the universe's future path. And that memory will be as scintillating as the star clusters you see in this porthole.
Why is she gassing us up so much?
Precisely. But do you know the deeper meaning behind it? The reason is simple. In this grandiose and ostentatious dream of the families, only you personally experienced the entire course.
This right here is what I've been wanting to yell at everybody this entire story.
Patience, my friend. I will reveal the answer to you, but that time is not now. Turn around and take a look at your friends. Every one of them is reveling at the arrival of their next destination, all filled with hopes and expectations of their own present and future. Revealing everything at this moment would be a bit of a buzzkill, wouldn't it? I'm looking for an opportune time, a time when you're totally at ease. Perhaps when the night grows hazy and you're about to drift off would be the most opportune. How about one fine night? I will prepare the candles, aromatics, and even a cushy couch to create a cozy dreamland for you. And then I will tell you the answer in the form of a little bedtime story to lull you to sleep.
Hi. Hello. Attention, The express is about to make the jump. Please be seated and hold on.
It looks like we're finally about to set off. There are countless gleaming memories out there waiting for us. Why don't we just leave it at that for now? Ah, that's right. As a small token of compensation for playing that little trick on you with the empty light cone, I will gift you with some words. They hold great significance to me. Life is akin to a winding labyrinth where memories serve as our sole companions. You'll remember these words dearly, won't you? In the year 2158 of the Amber Era, the first year of the new epoch, the universe resumed its intended trajectory. The kindling of conspiracy smoldered in Penacony, the land of the dreams. Failing to erupt into a blaze, it instead flickered briefly on Klopot's anger, before vanishing in oblivion.
This is a really elaborate debate,
The
man.
dead and those fated to die remain in their eternal
We've been on the debate for like the last 20 minutes.
while the living find solace in deep sleep. All clamored in a cacophony of silence, and then went about their own ways. The cosmos emanated a vitality characteristic of a new era, all for the modest price of a brother and sister's mild grief.
This is exactly what Sunday wanted, isn't it?
Babies are born as stars extinguish. The silver rail unfolds. The story of the Astral Express comes to a close, yet it also embarks anew. Time marches forward, heralding the arrival of a new chapter in the history of trailblazing
Bro,
expeditions.
this feels like they're... You know what it feels like? It feels like they're about to roll credits. Like, roll actual credits. How did I know? How did I know? Question mark, question mark. Hey! There's a reference to Honkai Impact 3rd, I think. That's Welt Yang's Welt Yang's name in the other one, I think, or something like that. Yeah, well, okay. They really wanted to roll the fake credits. I get it. That was extremely long. This was an extremely long debate.
Countless shooting stars streak the sky tonight. If you can pick the right one, it will carry your wish.
Well, that's it, everybody. Honkai Stario is over. 2.3 is a lie. Firefly is not real. Your playable Firefly is not real.
Relaxed now, aren't you? So, then, it's time to tell you a little bedtime story. Well, let's start with a conclusion. The crew was defeated in the battle against Sunday. Everyone in Penacony failed, and no one survived. But don't panic. The truth, as horrifying as it may be, is not yet irreversible. There's still a glimmer of hope, and that's why I'm here. Next, I'll use this empty light cone that carries all your memories to relive everything that happened before. And when this story reaches its end, I'm sure someone as clever as you will notice that. There's a major flaw in the story you have experienced, yet within that flaw lies a glimmer of hope. Are you ready for it? Do you remember everything? When the clock turned back, the Express started a warp jump, sending you to a strange dream. You were bewildered back then, and then a Galaxy Ranger named Acheron showed you a way out. When you arrived at the Reverie Hotel, you met the doorman Misha and had a confrontation with Aventurine, an IPC representative. Thankfully, Acheron appeared again and helped you. After that, you saved Firefly and explored Penacony together. During the tour, you ran into Sparkle disguised as Sampo and accidentally entered a child's dream. There, I rescued both of you from death, but Firefly didn't return to reality. She realized the truth and tried
We're
to
doing a
involve
whole
you in her
we're doing a whole
plan,
arc
but
recap
that
now.
resulted in an accidental death. Even more unsettling, you soon encountered another murder. The 2 cases of death prompted you to investigate.
Are we really recapping the whole thing?
Dream. Despite your efforts to gather information about the 2 victims, you didn't make much progress. But you did learn about the Watchmaker from Gallagher. Meanwhile, Aventurine was secretly carrying out his scheme, in which you were one of the pawns. In the midst of a fierce battle, Acheron revealed her true identity as an emanator of the Nihility and unsheathed her sword. That strike foiled Aventurine's plan.
Yeah, this definitely is giving me the energy of the, like, you know, the final train of logic in the Ace Attorney series.
At Dreamflux Reef, you learned the truth that death was actually dormancy, as well as the truth about the Dreamscape, the Stellaron, and the bellboy, Misha. You split up with Sunday and Robin, looking for a way to seal the Stellaron. However, it turned out that Sunday and the Dream Master had their own hidden agenda. And you had to engage in an ultimate duel on the stage of the Charmony Festival. Finally, the story reached its conclusion. You emerged victorious, with the Trailblaze triumphing over the Order, and Penacony embracing a bright and peaceful future. This marks the end of the thrilling journey in Penacony. I'm sure you've already noticed something unusual, haven't you?
Yeah, how the hell did they all get in
The
here?
major flaw, which contradicts all the known information, hides in this story.
Let's see. Sparkle disguised as Sampo? That's not right.
Yes, Sparkle. The most enigmatic and elusive character in the entire story. But, unfortunately, she was the first to uncover the truth, and she did purposefully attack you to create confusion. By the way, she left me a message to pass on to you. Always make sure you can distinguish reality from imagination. Is that a clue, you may wonder? I'm not sure, although I'm pretty sure that the fatal variable has nothing to do with that masked fool.
Really? Because, like, she wasn't accounted for back earlier on.
Little Misha.
Okay, well, they
should
want
I
us to go through
call
the dialogue
him?
options, I
The
presume.
Watchmaker. He's only a segment of memory in a dream bubble, but his ambition for the Trailblaze led him to leave the bubble and embark on a grand adventure in Penacony. While Misha is a rather special memory zone meme, and he was granted power by the Trailblaze, there's still one thing that he shouldn't be able to do. A life born in the memory zone could never manifest in reality. So, why did he appear in the Reverie Hotel in reality?
Oh.
The answer is simple. He is the one fatal variable that contradicts all our known information.
Have we have we been in the Matrix since the start?
Are still trapped in the dreamscape.
The whole thing?
This very moment.
From the instant we entered?
Wake up, sleepyhead. Break free from this eternal dream and return to the real world. We'll find
From the moment we warp jumped into the weird memory dimension.
The train is about to make the jump.
From the moment! From the moment we jumped! From the moment we jumped! What the hell? Wait, really? Really?
This way, darling.
Not another one. Thank you so much, Black Swan.
Finally, I can breathe a sigh of relief.
The deja vu is strong with this scene.
I understand you must be confused, and we'll do our best to shed light on the situation. However, before that, it's essential to know that this place is the rift between dream and reality. A place reserved only for those who have awakened from Enna's dream.
Do you remember Sunday's ambitious plan? He intended to harness the power of the Stellaron, the collective will of over 100,000 Oak family members, and the desires of everyone in Penacony to usurp the harmony and restore the order.
Unfortunately, it didn't stop there. From the early days of our journey into Asdana, we were already affected by the Stellaron.
Holy shit!
A strange dreamscape where we met. Maybe it was a sign that your thoughts were beginning to drift away.
What a twist! Jesus Christ!
I don't think the goal of the Order was to put everyone into a deep sleep. Quite the contrary. They used the Stellaron to catalyze the leakage of Asdana's memoria into the material world, allowing the dreamscape to blend with reality.
Okay.
And that included a lot of memoria from the Beyond the Skycrier. As time came and went, the dreams eventually became indistinguishable from reality, and reality became an illusion. People think they are awake, but their spirits have long since stepped into the Temple of Order.
Holy shit.
This is what makes Enna's dream so powerful. In this paradise governed by the Order, everyone indulges in their delightful dreams and lives happily ever after. I believe what you experienced in the sweet dream, except for that flaw, was real. Only in this way could you reach the destination, lifting the crisis in Penacony and embarking on your next trailblazing expedition. If it wasn't for Acheron's plan, we might have been trapped in this dream forever.
Fortunately, while the path of the Order governs all things, it can't affect the Nihility. I came to realize this when the Dream Master tried to expel me at any cost.
This is also why you felt a sense of peculiarity when traveling with her. Well, I'm not as fortunate as she is.
So basically everything went weird around Acheron because she was like subtly...
Fell into hallucinations.
She was subtly hinting that the whole thing was off since the start.
Memories, now we still have a chance to turn
I think I'm understanding that correct?
For mortals, even if they possess the great power of a path, they can't create a flawless world like gods do. That's why there was a flaw in your dream. In other words, Once you have realized the world is not real, you'll have a chance to break free from the dream.
The flaw in your dream lies within Misha, who could have never appeared in reality. When I turned the pages of your memories, I realized that I was in an illusion too.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
Now Sunday has usurped the power of the Harmonious Choir through the Charmony Festival. Asdana has thus fallen into Enna's dream, transforming everyone equally into the notes of the Aeon. Failure doesn't mean weakness. Only the strong can gather the will to resist the order and try to break free. We still have a chance, though. To make it happen, please, Black Swan, guide us to those with a strong will.
All right, please come with me.
What is this?
These people are...
Huge brain.
They're the ones who accept Enna's dream and indulge in their happy illusions. However, there are still other things we can do. Let's keep going.
Yeah, everyone's stuck with this, right? Yeah, makes sense. Sunday is a reality bender. Well, Enna, I guess. But Enna is dead. Well, him, yeah, true. Sunday using the power of the Order, I guess, so whatever it is. Oh wait, not this way. Well, Akivili is dead as well, but yet here we are, you know? Wait, hang on. How did I get there? Oh, I can just warp over.
Here we are.
Finally, you've arrived.
Let me introduce you to Robin. She woke up from Enna's dream by her own will, and it's this tough lady who led us here with her song.
I woke up for the same reason as all of you. In the dream, I experienced something that could never occur in reality.
Are we going to lock it up in a cage? I want to see it fly freely in the sky.
Without us, this bird would be too fragile to survive on its own. Do you want it to die?
No, but...
Then let's take care of it together until it can return to the sky.
Huh?
Birds have wings because they're meant to fly. Even if they may crash on the ground.
Oh, that's so sad.
They shouldn't be trapped in a cage.
She picked up that it's off because
Birds belong to the sky.
because Sunday was acting out of character.
Help them return there, right?
The illusion was so impossibly blissful that I realized it was just a dream. And this is our final hope. Enna's dream is founded upon the Harmonious Choir, namely everyone's shared wishes. It will only materialize once the aspirations of all beings in Penacony merge as one. At present, it has become impervious due to people's desire to remain slumbering within the dream. And in order to destroy it, we must make everyone in Penacony want to wake up.
Now comes the tricky part. How do we do it? Humans yearning for sweet illusions borders on obsession, leading them to subconsciously resist the harsh reality. Therefore, I carefully
This is
selected
extremely
a moment
Megami
when she was
Tensei.
completely unguarded, guiding her to uncover the truth herself to make her regain her consciousness. However, to wake up everyone in Penacony and get them to share the same determination, that would be nearly impossible.
Indeed. I'm afraid it's almost as difficult as resurrecting an Eon.
But we can't just stay here and do nothing.
This is a critical moment for the whole universe.
Yeah, basically, as soon as the first warp jump started, like right at the start, we were in the Matrix. I think that's the idea.
Welcome. And thanks to the memo keepers in Penacony too. I believe your partners have also
Like it's a like this is basically like a loop variation. We lost, and then
Step of our plan.
everything
With the
we've been
assistance
presented
from the
with,
Garden of
like the
Recollection,
player,
those who possess a strong will,
everything that's been presented to the
will
player has
gradually
been
awaken
a
from the
fake
dream.
loop or something.
These free wills are the discord that will sway Anna's dream.
However, awakening a mere handful of individuals is insignificant compared to the vast number of people immersed in the dream. We must find other ways to awaken the free will of millions of people within a short period of time.
If breaking through from the inside proves challenging, we can seek assistance from the outside. We've long been aware of a potential solution. Asdana is a galaxy known for its abundant memoria and the remarkable phenomenon known as synesthesia dreamscape. When people first enter this place, they often find themselves and others sharing a collective dream. At this very moment, there is only one dream encompassing the entire Asdana system.
Yeah, it's heck of a twist.
If we can attract a large number of outsiders to this system, their free will would intertwine with this dream and shake it to its core.
However, those outsiders might also succumb to the dream and become the foundation of the Order instead. The real challenge is,
Well, are we summoning the
how can we
lawful for
gather
real this
huge
time?
number of people as determined as you within a short period of time?
Looks like the Jade Abacus of Allying Oath will be the only solution.
No need for that. Keep your once-in-a-lifetime treasure. We don't need to bother the
Or not?
Cienzo Alliance for such a tiny request. You want thousands of people with unwavering free will? That's easy. Just leave it to us Galaxy Rangers.
You can gather Galaxy Rangers?
Outsiders may see Galaxy Rangers as elusive and disconnected individuals, and actually, they're right. And that's why we have a tacit understanding among us. Do you know what it is, Acheron?
It's the relic I returned to you.
Exactly. Its owner must have told you that it's meaningless to anyone other than a Galaxy Ranger. That it can only fulfill its purpose when returned to its rightful owner. Because it's a burial artifact, worthy only of a hero who has served the Galaxy Rangers with honor. When its light illuminates the universe, it means the fall of a hero. And in the direction it falls, countless meteors will streak across the sky. Those meteors are Galaxy Rangers, coming from all corners of the cosmos, driven by a shared purpose, without questioning the cause or counting the cost, because we abide by a common principle. The shooting stars of the hunt only descend on the longest night, and with them comes the dawn.
Very poetic.
We've stayed silent for far too long. Now, it's time to remind all the cowards, oppressors, and villains of the universe of our presence. I'll be the one to ignite the first spark.
Once the dreamscape is swayed, I'll complete the second step. I'll fine-tune the slumbering souls with the Song of the Harmony, interrupting them with the discord of Trailblaze, and guiding them towards reality. It's true that some people are born strong, and others are born weak. If the Trailblaze is the target of heroes, then the Harmony will guarantee that the strong help the weak. Only the people of Penacony themselves can be the saviors of their homeland. Their path of happiness should be forged by themselves. While I may not be a nameless, I'm willing to instill courage in all those who need it.
You know, with all this music, like this very FF8 Final Castle music, and the whole memory stuff, this is giving me mad like time compression vibes.
And everyone else.
This is giving like this whole scenario is giving me major FF8 this 4 vibes. Just me? Anybody else? Anybody else know what I'm talking about?
The flaws
We're in time compression now.
Can't be eradicated overnight. Do you believe these efforts alone are enough to convince everyone to choose the right path?
I agree with you, Black Swan. That's why the most critical aspect of this plan is not to convince everyone to choose the right path, but to inspire them to save themselves.
So, you're the key in the end, I assume?
The Harmonious Choir possesses the power of an emanator. To overcome it, you'll need the same level of power. The final step in destroying the sweet dream will be my responsibility.
That's a relief to hear.
Now that our roles are assigned, let's get to our battlefields and pose a grand finale.
May I have a moment alone with you? There's one more thing I need to explain to you. This grand festival is drawing to its close. This is the starting point for the ultimate stage of our journey, just as it marked the beginning of all the stories in Penacony.
This is where Firefly uncovered the truth.
Indeed. She was the first to discover the world beyond the shores of death, and shared this truth with all of us. There's something you should know. We were able to locate you within this boundless dream, and find the key to breaking free from the dream. All because of one person's unwavering dedication. Firefly. She awakened from the dream ahead of others, discovered the Express amidst the stars, and brought us valuable information about the remnants of the Order. She may have been aided by the script, and it came at a cost. As you know, Firefly is a stowaway who entered the dreamscape in a different way from ours. Without the dream pool in the hotel or assistance from the family, she can only awaken from this dream in one way. A real death. We mustn't fail her determination. I'm not implying that we must win this fight no matter what, but our resolve should match that of that courageous lady. Are you ready?
What does that mean exactly? I'm not exactly sure what that means exactly, but alright. Is this gonna lead into a boss battle if we go right away? Or is this actually a good place to take a break? Because this feels like a, final save point before a final boss. Slashy, you've done this before. Should I save the rest of the... Should I save what comes after this for one more session? Because this feels like a... Chance to set up a team after, but yes, it's right before the end, so it's up to you. Yeah, because this feels like I'm on a... It feels like I'm right before the end, and then there's probably gonna be an actual epilogue after too, right? Like with no, Xianzhou didn't have it immediately, but after you beat the main boss of the arc, then there's all the saying goodbyes and stuff, right? Is that present yet? Like, how much more time will we have before we reach the end of the MSQ? That's what I'm thinking about. Is that epilogue? Alright, well, if I want to have a good session with the final boss and then the epilogue and all the other stuff coming after, now's probably a good time to take a break then. We're saving at the threshold.
Take your time to contemplate this moment.
This is we're treating this like it's a console RPG now.
Final stage.
And on the 8th day. So we can just leave and like everything's normal here. Alright, fair enough. Well, at least they give us that option. Alright, chat. Whew! If you blue balled now, do we really want to stay up past midnight for another 2 hours? You know, we've been going on for quite long enough. Finale tomorrow. Right, chat? I know we're all feeling a little blue balled and everything, but we've been going on for almost 3.5 hours. We should probably pace ourselves, right? We want to go into this final boss with and like the final boss and finale with the proper. We want to give it the proper time it needs, you know? Right? So yeah, we're gonna call it at that for now. Tomorrow will be the finale. Tune in back then. So yeah. See you guys around.